हाय फ्रेंड्स, एंजल ब्रोकिंग के इस पॉडकास्ट में आपका स्वागत है। दोस्त, अगर आप म्यूचुअल फंड्स में इन्वेस्ट करना चाहते हो तो आई एम अज्यूमिंग दैट यू हैव अंडरस्टूड द बेसिक फंडामेंटल्स ऑफ अ म्यूचुअल फंड इन्वेस्टमेंट्स। फिर भी लेट अस गो ओवर द फाइनर डिटेल्स रिलेटेड टू बेसिक्स क्विकली बिफोर डेल्विंग डीपर इनटू द कॉन्सेप्ट। पहली बात तो सुना ही होगा, म्यूचुअल फंड्स आर सब्जेक्ट टू मार्केट रिस्क्स। जी हाँ, म्यूचुअल फंड्स इन्वेस्ट द कैपिटल ऑफ ऑल देयर इन्वेस्टर्स इन वेरियस स्टॉक्स मार्केट इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स जैसे कि स्टॉक्स एंड बॉन्ड्स। Sometimes a mutual fund will invest in other mutual funds. These investments are chosen by a highly experienced fund manager whose full-time job is to keep a track on the various stocks, bonds and mutual funds worth investing in. आपका रिस्क कम रहता है क्योंकि the fund manager knows what he or she is doing, and because they pick diverse investments, that is, they ensure a diverse portfolio. लेकिन रिस्क रहता ही है. You can mitigate or minimize the risk by investing in many different mutual funds so that any negative returns are offset by positive returns on other mutual funds. Stocks and mutual funds are like riding the bike yourself versus sitting pillion respectively. If you are confident, experienced and a good rider, you might prefer to ride the bike yourself or choose and track stocks yourself. If you have no experience, would rather check your messages during the ride, or are not confident, then you might prefer someone else to have control while getting you to your destination. In other words, you would rather someone else to do the work finding and tracking stock market instruments for you. Point number 2. You pay some fee on your mutual fund. Ensure that you check your expense ratio against your earnings from a given mutual fund. The expense ratio is the annual maintenance fee that is charged by the mutual fund house for managing your capital for you. Logically, you must ensure that your earning from the mutual fund exceed your expense ratio by a reasonable margin. Point number 3. आपके इन्वेस्टमेंट गोल और करंट लाइफ सिचुएशन के हिसाब से देयर आर टू ऑप्शंस ऑन व्हाट हैपेंस टू योर अर्निंग्स ऑन अ म्यूचुअल फंड। अगर आपको हमेशा पैसे की कमी रहती है तो आप शायद डिविडेंड ऑप्शन चूज करेंगे। डिविडेंड ऑप्शन में व्हाटएवर अर्निंग्स आर मेड ऑन अ म्यूचुअल फंड आर पेड टू द इन्वेस्टर बाय वे ऑफ रेगुलर पे आउट्स। दूसरा ऑप्शन है ग्रोथ। ग्रोथ ऑप्शन में अर्निंग्स री इन्वेस्ट किया जाता है। Many people ask which option is better, but it really depends on your investment objectives and whether or not you need regular payouts. However, dividends are typically taxed to a higher degree than capital gains related to growth option. From that point of view, one might view the growth option as better. Point number 4. Enjoy the benefits of rupee cost averaging by going the SIP route, that is, systematic investment plan. Rather than investing a lump sum, I know, when it comes to redeeming your investment, SIP can be seen as problematic by some investors because just as the amounts were not invested in a chunk but rather in tiny sums. So the redemption too occurs at the same rate. But perhaps you can factor this in while deciding your investment term, tenure or horizon and redeem your mutual fund once the last installment matures. But why? What's the point, you ask? And that is a fair question. The point is rupee cost averaging. जनवरी में आप 1000 रुपीज दे के 100 यूनिट्स पाते हैं। फेब में ₹1000 से 200 यूनिट्स मिलते हैं। मार्च में ₹1000 से सिर्फ 80 यूनिट्स। अप्रैल में 95 यूनिट्स सेम ₹1000 से। मई में 100 यूनिट्स, जून में 150 यूनिट्स। एंड में आपका एवरेज कॉस्ट था अप्रॉक्स ₹8.27 पर यूनिट। अगर आप पूरा अमाउंट मार्च में इन्वेस्ट कर लेते तो यू वुड हैव पेड ₹12.7 per unit. Of course, had you invested in Feb, you would have only paid ₹5 per unit. But do you have the bandwidth to watch various mutual funds that carefully? You must fully understand these 4 points before going any further with your mutual fund investments. Assuming you are clear on the above 4 concepts, आगे बढ़ते हैं. Let us look at the different types of mutual fund investments out there. A whole world of options exist for the discerning mutual fund investor, and we are here to set you on the pathway towards making discerning choices. The first thing to understand is that mutual funds can be categorized in several different ways. They may be categorized according to the risk involved, the investor's goals, the asset class, and the structure of the mutual fund. Mutual funds may also be categorized according to their investment specialization. Let us begin by looking at the various types of mutual funds categorized according to asset class. Equity funds invest in stocks, debt funds invest in bonds, and hybrid stocks invest in combination of both. Money market funds invest in the cash market or the capital market. Money market funds are said to be the most risky, followed by equity funds, hybrid funds, and the debt funds. By now, तो आप जानते हो कि potential risk is inversely proportional to earning potential. So you get the picture. While on the topic of risk appetite, it makes sense to go over the types of mutual funds categorized according to risk profile. Very low risk mutual funds typically deliver up to 6% interest. Low risk mutual funds can be expected to deliver 6% to 8% returns. Medium risk funds are touted to deliver 9% to 12% returns, while investors usually agree to high risk mutual funds because they have tasted the delight that comes with 15% to 20% returns. But of course, there are no guarantees and the market could swing any way really. स्ट्रक्चर के हिसाब से म्यूचुअल फंड्स कैन बी डिवाइडेड इनटू ओपन एंडेड फंड्स, क्लोज्ड एंडेड फंड्स एंड इंटरवल फंड्स. ओपन एंडेड फंड्स में फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी ज्यादा रहती है, पैसे कभी भी इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हो और जितने यूनिट्स चाहिए खरीद सकते हो. उल्टा क्लोज्ड एंडेड फंड्स में आपको डेडलाइन के अंदर यूनिट्स खरीदना होता है और म्यूचुअल फंड का फिक्स्ड मैच्योरिटी रहता है. आप ये म्यूचुअल फंड को स्टॉक मार्केट पे बेच सकते हो अगर स्कीम से निकालना चाहते हो, लेकिन अर्ली रिडेम्पशन पर से इज नॉट एन ऑप्शन. आपके गोल्स के हिसाब से यू कैन चूज ELSS और इक्विटी लिंक्ड सेविंग स्कीम इन ऑर्डर टू सेव टैक्सेस अंडर ATC, or you can choose between growth funds, income funds, liquid funds, pension funds, aggressive growth funds, capital protection funds, or fixed maturity funds. Most of the names are self-explanatory, though you might like to know that in the case of fixed maturity funds, the fund manager will also invest in your capital in schemes or instruments with the similar maturity date. Mutual funds can also be differentiated by where they invest. Here you have sector-specific funds, fund of funds, index funds, exchange traded funds, commodity funds, international funds, which invest in other countries specifically, and global funds, which invest in India as well as other countries, the globe as a whole. Now dost, give yourself a hearty pat on the back for taking the pains to really understand the exciting world of mutual funds. One more important area of understanding remains before you can start researching and making informed choices, that is, how do you measure your mutual fund's performance? There are 5 methods for measurement. You can choose between the measurement techniques of alpha, beta, R-squared, standard deviation and Sharpe ratio to check whether a mutual fund is really performing as well as it is said to be performing. चलिए alpha से शुरू करते हैं. You're looking for an alpha that is positive. The higher the alpha, the better. Alpha calculation में risk adjusted performance of the fund is subtracted from the performance of a benchmark index. अगर alpha 1.0 है तो it means it has outperformed the benchmark by 1%. अगर -1.0 है तो mutual fund has underperformed as compared to the index by 1%. If you are a low risk investor, you want a higher alpha but a lower beta because beta is an indicator of risk. It represents the fund's propensity to respond to stock market movements or the volatility in the price of its units. A beta of 1.0 means that the fund's volatility is in the line with that of the overall market. Less than that means it is less volatile and more than that means it is more volatile. Where beta means responsiveness, R-squared compares overall performance of the mutual fund to a benchmark index. It tells the investor how similar the mutual fund's performance is to that of an index like say the Nifty 50. Now just for transparency, note this. We talked about index funds earlier. Index funds will have a beta of nearly 100 because they track and therefore mirror the performance of an index. Basically, beta doesn't tell you much when it comes to index funds. Standard deviation measures how much the actual rate of return of a mutual fund differs from its expected performance based on historical data. Sharpe ratio tells you whether your mutual fund delivered returns because of wise investment decisions or because of taking very high risks. Its calculation process first off subtracts risk-free returns from the portfolio's returns. The figure arrived at is then divided by standard deviation. Investors typically look for a higher Sharpe ratio. म्यूचुअल फंड्स में इन्वेस्ट और इवैल्यूएट करते समय अल्फा, बीटा, आर स्क्वायर्ड, स्टैंडर्ड डिविएशन और शार्पी रेशियो जरूर चेक करना. याद रखिए दोस्त that like all things, stock market, mutual fund investments में you require some amount of risk appetite, a good amount of diligence when it comes to investing regularly and also some attention devoted to evaluating their performance every couple of months. Practice caution and diligence as you would with any stock market linked investment. मिलते हैं अगले पॉडकास्ट में, तब तक के लिए गुड बाय फ्रॉम एंजल ब्रोकिंग.